Hello, everybody. It's the 24th of February. So we are on ES, and today we're going to be using the two-step model to find a trade. So there's three steps. Step one is between 9:30 and 10:15 a.m. We are looking for direction. Once we have that direction, the next step is to wait for a retracement into a fair value gap. And finally, we are just looking for a confluence to determine an entry, exit, and a stop loss. So that's the plan. If none of these things happen, or only one thing happens, then there will be no trade. So right now, ES, 5 minutes, and let me grab. Okay, so we've just opened right now, and I'll just use this for now. Okay, so right here, you can see we've just opened and we've just taken out these lows. I can delete that. So the next step for us is just to wait. We're going to wait roughly 45 minutes. I will be watching the 1 minute time frame. So we'll check again around 15 minutes, but we are only taking the trade off the 5 minutes. That means if it triggers on the 1 minute, that's fine. I will record it, but I will do nothing. If it triggers on the 15 minute, that's also great. I will do nothing. I'll just record it only if it triggers off the 5 minutes. All right, it's 9:55 a.m. So we're close to 30 minutes, and we formed a swing low here and a swing high. So what I've done is I've just added the fib, and we have this 5 minute fair value gap. So there's only one, so I'm watching that very closely. Yes, there's an order block below it, so price may want to run there, but I'm specifically watching this fair value gap because we've got the 30 and the 50 fib to watch. So I'm just watching this, and all I'm looking for now is a rejection. That's it. I'm just looking for a rejection either of the 30, the 50. So that's my initial um, sort of outlook. Yes, I'm aware of this order block right here. Price may want to come to the midpoint of this bar. That's a possibility. So let's go to the 1 minute. So there's nothing on the 1 minute at the moment. It's still retracing. We do have this 1 minute fair value gap, and we've got this uh, very big fair value gap right here. That's why I mentioned the order block, because this is quite a large 1 minute fair value gap. I'm just highlighting that one. And then if I go back to the 5 minutes, right, okay. So watching these levels, the 30 and the 50, and all I'm looking for is a very clean rejection. So I'm watching the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15 minute. I'm watching them on separate screens, and I'm looking for a really clean rejection. All right, so we've got two candles. I'd like to see at least two candles with the 5 minutes in terms of the retracement. Uh, it can work with one candle retracements, but I prefer to see at least two or more, but at least two before I see a rejection. So our price is still retracing, as I suspected. It may be trying to head for uh, that order block because there's a very large 1 minute fair value gap right there. So I will use the 1 minute fair value gap if it's large, right? If it's large, if it's similar to a 5 minute fair value gap. I'm specifically looking at 5 minutes, but again, I'm just looking for a level where price can go to and rest, right? It can go and think and relax. That's what I'm looking at. So if the 1 minute is really small, I'll ignore it. But if you have a very long, I mean, that's a huge 1 minute, and that 1 minute also is overlapping with the order block, so that then becomes significant because you've got a fair value gap and another block in the same place that is an overlap. So I will consider that. That's why I said I'm waiting for price potentially to go to the midpoint of that level. And then again, I'm just looking for a rejection. It can be on any time frame, the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes, but I'm watching the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15 minutes right now. All right, so we do have a rejection. So long there, put your stop loss. 1 second. All right, so long at the open. Now I'm using this swing low as my stop loss, so 7 points, and the targeting is pretty straightforward. So I mean, that's a 5 minute rejection. As you can see, it's just a classic rejection into a fair value gap, closing the sort of mid-range. And I've just put my stop loss just below it. Just give it a little bit of space. Take my fib and place it at the level where it rejected. And my targeting now is just a measured move. So just drag it all the way there. It's 100. Now, I don't need price to get all the way up to the 100. Okay, once it goes past this level, this high, I'm pretty much happy to close my trade manually. But that is my targeting. So there you have it. We're just going to watch it and see if it hits the stop loss or if it hits the targeting. It's 12:05 p.m. right now, so it's noon, and we are basically close to the target. So we had our direction, retracement, and then the move. Very close, we're into launch, so I'm probably going to just close my trade here. I don't want it to sort of drag on into the PM session. But to summarize, all we've done is we found a direction between 9:30 and 10:15, wait for retracement into a fair value gap, and then we look for a confluence, plan the trade, entry, stop loss, targeting, and that's pretty much it. So if you sort of like the model or you just want to watch more, then of course stay tuned and I'll see you in the next video.